Welcome into the Purple Room podcast. I'm Patricia Caputo. He's David Bartholomew.
Yep.
And we are so excited to be back here at Walk-Ons for the first time ever, David.
Oh, my heart kind of pumping. I mean, we don't got a crowd, but there's all these people eating their food. I feel like
The
eyes
nerves.
kind of glancing at it. It's a little nerve wracking. How you feeling, Trish?
For these people that I've never done something like this, so this is really exciting. That again, Purple Room podcast presented by Walk-Ons. Really excited to be here. Definitely a little different, I would say. I would say it's a little different knowing that there's a bunch of people who can just glance over at any time and say,
Oh my God, that's us on the TV. Sorry, y'all can't see it. That was a jump scare.
so clearly this is a little new to all of us, but we're so excited to be here, especially as LSU has a chance to win their first game tomorrow night in Death Valley, the first of the season. Do you think they're going to win, David?
Of course we're gonna win, Patricia. I mean, listen, we should have won USC. I don't even want to harp on that too much because that one really hurt my soul. Like I didn't go to sleep good that night.
Not at
That
all.
20 to 27 is stuck in my head. I know we're gonna talk about the NFL later, but it stung again when last night the result was 20 to 27. But look, let's talk about positive. That's why we're here. We're at
2017.
Walk On.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, 26. Yeah, that brought up bad memories. But let's get into it. Let's figure out what happened at that LSU versus USC game in Las Vegas. So we have What's Going On presented by Low and Slow Snacks, real wood, real smoke, real barbecue, David. So let's get into that whole LSU debacle that they seem pretty confident going into this. You had Will Campbell going out there saying, we're not going to Caesar's Palace. We want a fist fight and all of that. And then they got punched in the mouth, essentially. And then I think Miller Moss, I don't know if you saw that. That's what got me the most angry.
When he don't do it, don't do it.
I'm gonna get cut off the LSU fans.
Don't do that.
I was just reenacting to give everyone the idea of what he did. He put the L down.
I when I seen that, I got so angry.
Yeah. Because
I was like, come on, we can't start doing this, guys. This can't be a
Right.
tradition. We do the horns down for Texas, but
yeah.
we're not just gonna start dropping the L, guys. Come
I
on, we can't make that a consistent.
Do you think Garrett would have done something like that had they have won? Like, do you think he would have made something up? Like
Probably
the U, well, the U down is kind of Miami, but like you think
we
he
would
would
have
have done?
found something. We would have found something.
Do
Like,
you think it would have been Garrett who did it?
nah, it would have been somebody else on the team.
Because I think it's different coming from a quarterback.
But you know what? Okay, even though that pissed me off, whatever. I like that moxie. I like when a quarterback kind of has that attitude and it was like, yeah, we did that.
Yeah,
We
if you
did
win,
that. He was talking. He was
that's the
talking
thing.
on the sideline too. They
Yeah.
were chirping, but you know what? It was a great fight nonetheless because we were chirping, they were chirping back. I know you seen Kyron pulling up the imaginary gun,
Some things.
the imaginary bazooka, and then he was on the sideline. He was like, yeah, I told him that. So
But did you hear what Brian Kelly said about that and how he was so upset about the penalty?
Mhm.
Because he was like, Hiron's working on his emotional control. You guys don't understand. He's getting there. I found that interesting because I feel that Brian Kelly is very like PR, very Nick Saban type, where he's like, well, I'm just going to tell a player if they did something wrong, they did something wrong. But to stick up for a player like that was interesting because I feel like you don't see that a whole lot in this day and age of college football.
I think I liked when he did that. I liked when he stuck up for his players at the end, but I think he should have had that energy the whole press conference
Right.
because
Right.
he started off the press conference basically getting at it and was like, hey, like we got like y'all they gotta do better out there, da 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 da. But after a loss like that, I mean, you're gonna tear into the team, obviously. Film ain't gonna be easy to watch, but as the coach, he should have came out from the jump and just been like, yo, it's my team. Sorry we came out here and lost. And then you go inside and then you tear the players up.
Do you
Oh,
think the
oh.
slamming table had an effect on the whole? Like, I thought that was a big moment that someone like him, again, Brian Kelly doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. Like when he makes a joke, people are like, can we laugh at this? Is this funny? Is this allowed?
Yeah, that's why I look so awkward. Because I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, look, it just looked awkward. But
Did the same thing.
it's true that he doesn't always get out of character. So that kind of it probably sent something to the team like, whoa,
Yeah.
we gotta stop playing.
And I think it sent something to LSU fans because if you remember last year, it was horrible. And people like Kayshawn 2 years ago and now Malik last year, they had to like delete their Instagrams. I think that was more 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But they had to delete their Instagrams because they were getting death threats online about how how could you lose this game? How could this happen? And Malik had a very difficult game 2 years ago against Florida State with the fumbles that he lost and all that. And then I feel that when Brian Kelly does something like that, in a sense, it simmered like the fan perspective down of
Like that.
look, this coach is just as mad as I am.
Yeah, you know what? I like that perspective, Trish.
That's what I thought. I was like, okay, good. He cares. Finally, he cares. Because it's very easy to be like, well, you're going to go back to your $1 million mansion and all of these now with NIL. Like everyone, it's hard to say, do you even care about this game when fans are out here like, I need to win. This is my mental health. Like my life is on the line with this. Like a little over dramatic, but it has an effect. And
It
then,
just
yeah,
sting the most because that's the fifth one. That's the fifth home opener loss in a row. Like, whew.
when is it going to end? What we've both been. I've been at LSU for 4 years. I've never seen them win a home opener game. The UCLA, Coach O did all of that talking. They lost. Florida State twice in New Orleans. In New Orleans, they lost. Then again in Las Vegas, it's just annoying. And it's like
Dang, Trish. 4 years?
4 years. And before that was Mississippi State. Like
Wow.
in 4 years.
You almost out of here.
I'm
I don't want to remind you. I don't
Well,
want to. I don't want to
Maybe
take
change
you
the
sound sour.
subject. Maybe there's hope for you next year in that 5th year.
Yeah. Wait, who do we play next year for the opener? I could probably check it out. But
yeah, we'll look later. But
there's definitely hope.
so BK makes that very emotional response, and then more bad news came for this team come on Tuesday when John Emery Jr. tore his ACL. He tore his ACL against Florida last.
Sorry to interrupt you. We
No.
play Clemson next year.
Right, that's
We play Clemson.
that could be a win.
Yes.
It depends. Are they finally going to use the transfer
We play
portal?
Clemson. Yes, we're gonna get a home opener.
Okay, but they don't say that because don't say
Oh
that
my
yet because everyone
God.
said that about UCLA too. And then Dorian Thomas Rob like
You know what?
tore
I
up
mean, not say anything, but
DTR like looked like
I don't think Dabo's gonna learn the transfer portal in 1 year.
I don't think he.
And I
wants
think we
to.
got a strong class coming next
I
year. We
think
got
we do, too.
boys coming next year,
They're gonna
man.
play freshmen though. The likelihood.
Huh?
There's going to be a lot of freshmen that I think are going to be.
Yeah, but we got some dogs in it. Transfer portal. Look, I'm all for starting freshmen. Look at the freshmen that are playing right now. That 17-year-old for Alabama that caught 2 touchdowns in his first game. The and the young wide receiver in Ohio State too.
Okay.
That started. I think he also caught 2 touchdowns. He did catch 2 touchdowns also.
But 17's crazy. This kid has he's born in 2007.
It's bro. What these kids are eating nowadays?
Yeah,
These kids are college ready by like junior year
is
of high
crazy.
school.
it is crazy.
And we started to see it, like, I don't know, over the years, you could see, like, high schoolers was getting bigger. Like,
No, they are.
and now these boys is huge. Like, I went back to my high school this summer. I said, man, I could not play football here. I said, y'all boys is towering me.
Well, it's like Derrick Henry when he was in college, or high school rather, he was 6'3", 240. And imagine being that 180-pound linebacker trying to go up against him and be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm 5'8", 130.
When I was like a sophomore in high school, I was like 175 pounds.
Yeah.
And I was playing middle linebacker. So I'll tell you what, when those big, like 5'9", 210 running backs was back there, I just knew my body was going to be up for a beating that whole day. But hey,
you got to prepare yourself.
I was ready.
You got to prepare
Like
yourself.
I say, BK, my helmet's right here, BK.
Oh.
If you tell
think
me
this will
come
protect
in
you
tomorrow,
from CTE?
if we're having trouble against Nicholls and they need a guy,
They need a running back.
running back,
They need a running back.
we just added Jujuan Johnson to the running back room. They
Freshman.
might not need me, but hey, if that
Brian Kelly's
linebacker
winning
room
the
need me,
Heisman.
I'm ready. Who's that?
Brian Kelly said he's winning the Heisman. It was a joke, and that was like what I was mentioning because it was that awkward Brian Kelly moment where he was like, he's going to win the Heisman, and it was like, do we laugh at this? Is this funny? And it was everyone, like all the media kind of just laughed. And then he was like, guys, I'm joking. You can laugh at this. But Brian Kelly's kind of a serious guy. He's not that Coach O guy that we wanted for so long.
Oh, my stomach just started hurting because I heard myself on the TV. Now I don't want to talk no more.
Dave is about to leave right now. He's done. Okay, but let's talk a little bit about that running run because, again, like we were saying, that a tragedy happened on Tuesday in terms of John Emery Jr. tearing his ACL again, not being able to play. Brian Kelly being it very clear that he was very upset about what had happened. So if you're a football team and you know that somebody like John Emery Jr., who ran for 39 yards, he carried the team, I would say, in terms of the run game last week, isn't on your team anymore, what do? How do you change the locker room vibe?
Honestly, I think just if John Emery is still around, if he's able to keep giving words of encouragement to the team, to the running back room, I think that'll allow them to go a long way because if like in these team sports, you're really fighting for your brothers. Like those teammates that you're with, you build such a deep bond with them. It's like your family. So I I'm sorry guys, I cannot focus.
It's
But
too distracted.
yeah, like if he stays around and
Right.
he has fun with the team, he still shows them that he has the spirit, the LSU spirit that he hasn't broke yet. Then I think the team is going to be able to build off of that.
And I feel like he can. He has a decision to make that does he want to play another year of football? That would include him going to the NCAA and pleading his case that I tore my ACL for 2 years. I didn't get to play. And can I get an extra year of eligibility, which could happen? But for the remainder of this season, I think he has to look at himself as a leader and from a leadership position in order to help this team win games. That's what I think. That I think that he has a chance because I'm not saying this team lacks leadership. They have Will Campbell, they have Emory Jones, but it's different having even though Garrett has been here for him to come in and say I'm going to lead this team after Jaden Daniels wins the Heisman Trophy, and I think that if Jaden was there, he would have won that game for this team, or yeah, won that game. You don't think?
I think so because
I think so.
that's my goat.
Like, I just think so because I think he would have said, "I'm going to take this into my own hands." Oh, John, yeah, I think he would have just
got shifty.
the field. Oh, the run game isn't what we expect it to be. I'll take care of it. Very similar to what Lamar tried to do yesterday against the Ravens and the Chiefs. So I guess we can get into that.
Oh yeah, we could get into that.
So that was a heartbreaker if you're a Ravens fan. As Isaiah, David could not focus.
Because I was speaking and I heard myself from 10 seconds ago and I started thinking about what I was saying 10 seconds ago.
All right.
Hello.
Let's keep going.
We're
Let's
back.
keep
Sorry
going.
for the technical difficulties.
Yeah, we're back. We're going to talk a little bit about Ravens Chiefs as we continue. I like what you said about Lamar. Lamar, a lot of people think that it's this ongoing debate of is Lamar a good quarterback or not? But he is, and you can't say that somebody who has won an MVP
Bad loud. I just
isn't
stimmed out.
a good quarterback. Adam's struggling with everything. I mean, David's struggling with everything going on right now. But in terms, like, you can't say that, oh, Lamar Jackson's not a good quarterback. That's just not true. But at the end of the day, there were two crucial plays that he should have made for them to win the game. And I felt that they should have used Derrick Henry a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, I thought they were going to use Derrick. So I traded. Okay, so you guys don't see our buddy Raging, but our buddy Raging is back there. I traded him Derrick Henry just out of faith of organization. So I was happy for him because I thought he was going to get a lot of points off of Derrick Henry, but we didn't use him.
A Ravens fan. Is that one of the reasons you did?
Big Ravens fan right there. I gave it to him because our organizations need to stay strong. We need to build that solid connection.
Right.
I gave him Derrick Henry. Maybe in the future. Oh, I picked up Malik Neighbors in our in our fantasy too. So you know what? We're building strong rapport. If he needs a guy, I got his back. I need a guy. He can have my back. That's how you GM the GM.
Okay. Yeah. In my fantasy draft, I drafted only LSU players for the most part. I picked up BTR. I picked up Malik, Jaden Daniels. I picked up somebody else who it's escaping me right now. I just picked up about every LSU player because I'm always so bad and I win 2 games every single year. It doesn't matter which way I slice it. So I said, you know what? I'm just pick LSU players. I'm going for the Bayou and that's it.
You loyal.
But have a theme.
Very loyal.
I'm gonna lose anyway. I know how this league works, and for me, it's a family league, but it's a fraud. All right, I feel it's very fraudulent. It's a fraudulent. My uncle or one of his kids win every year, and I'm like, how does the commissioner's kid or him win every year? I love them. Perfect. I love him, but at the same time, for some reason, he always has the first round pick, or he gets to win. And they all of a sudden, it's like, how are you winning all of this money? How are you winning this fantasy league? It scares me a little bit.
It's a little bit of.
It's a little strange.
Okay, yeah. I get what you put in there. Just listen.
And I love them to death, like I said, but you got to sometimes question family values. Why do you have the first pick every year? Huh? But let's talk a little bit more about LSU. As we wrap up what's going on, David, LSU will play Nicholls. We talked about it a little bit. But let's talk about this whole prediction for this week. If this team wants to win this game, which the likelihood is that they will win this game.
Yeah.
But what are the expectations? What do you want to see from this team as maybe they play a game that might be a given, quote unquote?
I want to see a team that doesn't take their foot off the gas. This is what you want to see after a heartbreaking loss. You want to see the maximum potential output of this offense. You want them to just go, go, go from quarter 1 to quarter 4 and show that this is the Fighting Tigers. This is the 2024-25 Fighting Tigers offense. Show off all the assets we got because we got stacked wide receivers. We got speed guys. We got Nussmeyer, who had a pretty good game until that interception at the end, which he played very, very good for his first start. So, yeah, just a team that is coming out playing physical, is going to dominate the whole time, and shows us that we can actually take this deep this season.
Yeah, a team that's going
to
dominate from the beginning, I think, is key because, again, with the whole Garrett situation, it's very similar to Lamar, where that's great if you're going to play decent the whole game, but when it comes time that you need to win the game, are you going to be able to win the game for your team? And that's what Garrett needs to do.
And look, I think we have more than enough weapons to be able to fight against some of the toughest teams in the SEC, but none of it's going to matter if the team isn't on the same page. It's not going to matter if there's a disconnect between the coaches and the players, or if there's coach to coach disconnect, player to player disconnect. Everybody is going to have to buy in completely. And like BK said, because BK said in his radio show, they're getting it. The team is close. And there's a lot of success in the future. I'm personally excited for Kyron Lacey. That's my guy.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. The trip out, that's my guy. I like the celebrations.
I'm laughing because before the show, David was like, Malik is my guy.
Malik my guy too. Malik my guy.
Look at this picture. He was like, Trish, look at this picture of me and Malik versus, I think it was Ole Miss. When you ran onto the field, you were like, that's my guy, man. And he was like, he acts like they're brothers. Well, maybe.
I got a picture with Malik from that day. And he balled out that day, I'm pretty sure. Malik basically my guy.
He knows you first.
Why do you think he's on the Giants, Trish? You think I ain't make a call? You ain't think I ain't made a call? I said, come on. I said, come on. Listen, we got a receiver out here at LSU. Fast guy, great run after catch. Danny Dimes could dot him up a little bit. Danny Dimes gonna get him right.
You think Malik can throw the ball too? Huh? You think Malik can throw the ball too? Was that what sold him?
Why does Malik have to throw the ball?
You know why Malik has to throw the ball. But that's all I'm saying, that Malik has to throw the ball. But let's switch gears a little bit. As we wrap up what's going on, presented by Low and Slow Snacks. Like I said before, real wood, real smoke, real barbecue. But let's get it going into the weather.
Producer Adam cameo. Come in the camera. Give him a cameo shot, Adam.
This is so exciting. We're going to make some. Yes.
Take your spot.
Is there a room?
Yeah, we can make it right here. Let me sneak in.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
We'll move this LSU helmet a little bit.
What's up?
Hey, how are you? I'm Patricia.
Patricia, T-Bob. Nice to meet you.
Real TV here.
What's up, man?
So T-Bob's here on the set with us.
Oh, guys, what's going on?
We're so excited that you're here right now. Yes. At Walk-Ons.
First guest of the season.
First guest of the season.
First guest of the season.
Yes, that we started this season.
Oh yeah, because it's first home game.
Yes.
It's gonna be a Walk-Ons every home game.
Every home game.
Have you ever done something like this?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say you've probably done a lot.
I think I have. So starting next month, I will have been doing a daily radio show for 11 years.
That's awesome.
I've been talking to the mics for a long
But you've done it.
damn time. I'll try to keep this
11.
friendly.
Yeah, we'll be nice.
Very nice. Yeah, man, I always loved Tiger TV. My wife, she was in Tiger TV back in the day. I remember her doing
That's awesome.
stand-ups. Well, I mean, I just love it, guys. Yo, hey, guys, great production values, too.
That's all Adam.
In the other room. Y'all were killing me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So what's I know the old man pulse. You know, I know like the old man fan pulse. What are the kids saying, dude? What are the kids saying right now?
The kids say a lot.
What are the students saying? Where's everybody's heads at after game one?
That's what we were just talking about.
Okay.
Is if Garrett is similar to what Lamar Jackson did last night, and how when the time comes, they need to come in clutch and they don't, or they just sometimes make a few mistakes. Could that be a continuous factor for the season?
I think Nuss was really, really good I think that it was a game where, unfortunately, the margin of error was just razor thin, right? And Nuss had the 2nd and 8 that spiked into the ground, and that ended up kind of you ended up kicking a field goal instead of a score and a touchdown. And then he had maybe like 1 or 2 other plays, which is really good overall. But the problem is Miller Moss on the other side made all the plays to win at the end. So it kind of gets like I would say this. I would say this. What I saw on film was not a bad team. It was a high executing team, but they are a little deficient in areas. Like I don't think the secondaries they're kind of maybe not the best. That interior D line is playing over their heads a bit, but I guess where okay. Let me ask you this: what were y'all's record predictions before the season versus now after 1 week?
I said 10-3, and then I dropped it to 9-3.
Honestly, I thought we was gonna go like 11-2. I thought we was only gonna lose to like Bama, and I thought we were gonna lose to Ole Miss. I didn't know we were gonna lose against USC.
Right.
No, I think I was kind of in the same vein, right? I thought like 10-2. They had a chance at 10-2 if they won this USC game. Maybe 9-3. After what I saw now, I'm kind of at 9-3 as the ceiling.
Right.
Maybe 8-4.
Right.
Because like when I look, I'm like, okay, that secondary looks a little weak. Like I said, the D line's okay. Like, how are they going to stop Ole Miss? Now it's going to be in Death Valley at night, and that's going to matter. But like, how are you going to stop Jalen Milroe?
Yeah.
Oklahoma maybe looks sketchy by the end of the year. Well,
There's-
we'll see though, dude. I mean, look, last 2 years they looked less prepared, and then they ended up going 6-2 in the SEC and winning 10 games. So I just don't abandon hope or whatever. How about this? Just enjoy the football for what it is, right, guys? We wait the entire offseason. We wait forever for football season to come back around. And you have a few months here where every Saturday you had something to celebrate and get excited about. Just enjoy the ride, and then we'll kind of see where the chips fall at the end.
Hey, we got an idea for the team. So Miller Moss, I read a piece on him before the game, and it was that he was like a chess genius when he was a kid. Yeah. He was a kid. He was just out there beating on masters. It's probably not beating, but he was doing his thing. So I remember last semester, and I probably shouldn't admit this, but I did skip a couple classes last semester. But to make up for what I thought I was losing, I would play chess at home. So I got my little DJ board in my dorm, and I'm DJing, and I'm like, wait, I gotta lock in.
I gotta get real quick, guys.
And I would lose. I play 10 matches. I lose probably 7 a day.
So it's funny that you say that because I have been a chess obsessive now for 4 years in a row. And I've played ever since or whenever Queen's Gambit came out. I'm a Queen's Gambit Andy. Ever since Queen Gambit came out, I have played chess every single day of my life. I've played thousands of Blitz games. I think it is the most perfect game that has ever been made. That said,
hard.
I don't know if it's a 1-to-1 intelligence translation. Like, I don't know if it's going to help you pass econ. You're like, oh, okay. Well, like, no, if I just study the English, if I study the English opening and I know what to do when they go knight b6, then like I'll know about opportunity cost.
What classes was it? Because that you're right. You have a great point that makes a difference.
Listen, Trish, it could have been any class throughout that day. Could have been.
Look, bro, I made it. Look, nobody's perfect in the going to class. I made a bit of an art of it myself back then. I will say this: chess is an incredibly applicable game in a macro sense, where it teaches you planning ahead, it teaches you preparation, it teaches you study, strategy, tactics. So like it definitely can be applied to any different pursuit in life, just in a macro sense, not maybe to make up specifically for missing the class.
Let me ask you this, because I went to class this morning, just so you guys know. I went to class. Talking about chess, and somebody said chess is a sport. Do you think chess is a sport?
I do, but I have a very low bar for sports. I don't care. I mean, I grew up watching League of Legends. I grew up watching Counter Strike, StarCraft. Like, I think esports are sports. People who say is NASCAR a sport. I think any I don't know. I just think any competition like that where it's like I guess I don't have a strict definition for it.
Of sports.
It's just
okay.
kind of like there's a famous quote about pornography. This sounds weird, but there is. Where they're in it's a legal case and the guy says, I cannot define it, but I know it when I see it. And that's how I
Yeah, that
feel
was-
about
yeah.
sports.
I learned.
And,
I
and,
actually
and
did
like,
learn about that.
if you watch high level competitive chess, you watch Alireza Firouzja and Magnus Carlsen do battle. Any of those guys, like it feels like a sport. Absolutely.
Okay. Do you
Yeah,
think?
those dudes make me feel jealous. I'm like, damn, why can I be that smart?
Yeah,
But
I
that's
get it.
I mean, that thing about it though, that's
It's
why I love football though, because it's a
True.
team game.
Right.
That's a solo pursuit. That's lonely.
True.
You're out there in the lab alone 24/7, where at least like football, softball, volleyball, all these other sports, you have your teammates to fall back on. It teaches you teamwork, leadership, lifts you up, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think what BK does, bringing a chess coach. Now, I'm not
Yes.
he has bringing me. I'm not the best chess coach, but I think I can teach the
Shout
boys a couple of things.
Yeah. Why
You know
not?
what en passant is? I forgot what it is, but I remember what en passant
En
is.
passant is when on the pawn's first move, if you choose to advance it to how do I explain this? If the opponent has a pawn that is going to be parallel to where you advance, you can take
Do it.
behind the pawn. It's a move that I believe was put in the 18 or 1700s,
Okay.
and it was like the last major rule change to the game of chess that was made.
David's gonna have to skip class again
Yeah,
to learn how to use it
My
properly.
brain is floating.
You got to get your chess.com. Do you play on chess.com?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot
man.
my account.
So you
So-
T-Bob 53, hit me up, guys. T-Bob 53, dude.
So
Come
you
see
can-
me on the 64.
Oh, this is above my like head right now. So you can join and play people that you know.
Millions. Chess.com has millions upon millions of players.
I've never done that.
Yeah, because like I never get to play over the table. I would love to, but no,
Right.
it doesn't happen.
Well, maybe we'll have to make this happen between you two.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, you can skip class.
I'm gonna smash him.
Now,
Yeah,
you mentioned that you
Smash.
it's competitive.
grew up watching League of Legends,
Yeah.
Yeah.
CS:GO, and all those things. What would you say is your favorite like sport then?
My favorite, like, okay, traditional sports, probably growing up, it was basketball. Then it became football in like high school. I loved baseball too a lot growing up. But then in college, I played so much football that I kind of moved away from it. And like, yeah, I would watch more casual league than I would casual football. Like league, dude, I probably played league for like 5 or 6 years of my life. And I've watched some CSGO. I'm not the biggest CS guy, but I appreciate it kind of from a distance. StarCraft, same thing. I mean, when I was a kid, man, what was happening in Korea with StarCraft was just crazy. It was mind blowing for a nerd like me who grew up just loving video games.
Was StarCraft? No, it wasn't that. There was another game. There's a very like obscure game called like Guns the Duel. And I know that game, it's like super, super, super popular in like Korea. And it came to United States, but you cannot play it unless you're one of the most like try hard people on earth.
Bro, the Koreans are sweaty. The Koreans are sweaty and they have super high APM. Go watch some competitive StarCraft Brood War. What's up, baby? I got my daughters out here tonight.
So happy.
She's got her little LSU cheerleading outfit on. She's excited for the game. That's my middle one right there.
That's adorable.
So what are y'all looking for the game tomorrow? Like what do y'all need to see out of this team to feel better about tomorrow?
That's what we were talking about. I know that David and I kind of both agree that they have to come out of the gate and be ready to play. That this cannot just be, oh, they're going to eventually get there. Right away. I need a
I agree with
touchdown
that.
right away. Not a field goal, a touchdown. Set the momentum right away.
I agree with that. Because I mean, in these games, I think you hit the nail on the head. There's nothing worse than that plotting feeling.
Right.
Where you feel like you're just kind of, and trust me, I went through a lot of them. Y'all probably aren't old enough, but when I played, like, we used to always mess around in these games, and it might be like 17-7 at half, and the crowd's pissed off, and
Yeah.
booing, and everybody's like, "Oh, what are we doing here, dude?" So I completely agree with that. I think I want to watch some. I need to see some weapons outside of Kyron Lacey and Mason Taylor step up as well. You know, we know those guys are dogs. Aaron Anderson's put his name in the hat for being the next guy up. But I wonder if anybody else is going to challenge that. And then I feel like we got to get one of these corners to emerge alongside Ashton Stamps and move Sage Ryan back to safety.
Oh, agree. That yeah, we were talking about that.
Oh my God, sorry, it's so loud.
Yeah.
It's tough
Okay,
to do.
well, let's take a pause real quick because we are giving away 2 free cheese fries. So I'll make that. I've actually never had a cheese fry, but that's okay.
Ever had a Walk-Ons cheese fries
I'm never not
with the
I'm
ranch?
really picky. We actually talk about the sauce. I don't like sauce or anything, but I do want to say that we are giving away 1 free cheese fries right now. So our social media director Kaylee will be giving that away, and then later in the show we'll be giving away 1 more. So if you haven't been to Walk-Ons or you want to come to Walk-Ons, you should come here because we're going to give away a free cheese fry at the end of the show. So be sure to head there. Anyway, let's get to.
What would we do without you? Because I wouldn't remember none of this. I did not remember.
I was told in the middle of the show, and I'm like, we're in the middle of the show. This is why I got paper. I love paper. Okay.
So you like paper?
Yes, I write my notes. I was in class one day, and this kid goes, "Why do you have a notebook out? Do we need it? Is it important?" I love paper.
Okay. I'm getting the wrap it up from the wife. Hey, baby, that's my Tiger TV alum right there. All right, y'all. I'm sorry, dude. I gotta go. Tris David. Hey, thank y'all so much. Sorry for the awkward switch up. Just thank y'all. Y'all doing a great show. Keep grinding. Go Tigers, baby.
Thank you. Seriously, he came here on such short notice. It was so awesome.
Lady, y'all.
He hopped right in and did exactly what he had to do. So we talked a little bit of football. That's perfect. David, let's wrap this up a little. Let's talk. There's some ice cream. So we were talking about Nicholls versus LSU. LSU's dairy store is selling ice cream. To get it right, it's salted caramel sweet corn in honor of Nicholls and their mascot, the Colonel. Do you think you would eat salted caramel sweet corn ice cream?
Absolutely not. I like simple ice cream. I like vanilla. I like cookies and cream. I might be a little weird, but I like strawberry ice cream without the strawberries in it. Just the flavor. Give me the artificial stuff. Give me the fake stuff.
No, that's so gross.
I like simple ice cream.
That's so gross. I'm definitely not. I don't like strawberry ice cream at all. Actually, I would try to stay away. I've had. I think it was like a popcorn kernel ice cream 3 or 4 years ago. Nasty. Too sweet for me. Too sweet. Not good. But espresso caramel brownie. I don't know if you've ever had it.
Caramel?
Espresso. So it's coffee ice cream. I don't drink coffee, but it's coffee ice cream. Caramel.
But you had coffee ice cream?
I love it. It's the one like caffeinated thing that doesn't make me shake. But caramel and then brownies. And then I put toppings on it. So I put more caramel, more brownies, whipped cream. Sets me for the day. I lived off of that the entire summer. And water with lemon, of course.
Dude, you just need try caffeineless coffee. They got it somewhere.
It's the way it tastes.
What do we
It's the
call
way it
those?
tastes that.
There's a name for those.
But for me it's the way that it tastes. I don't like the way coffee tastes.
The text.
Yeah.
Oh no, you gotta put some sweetener in there. You gotta put that you gotta get that hazelnut creamer. My mom got it over the summer.
Okay.
I was eating good. I put on some weight while I was home.
Because of hazelnut cream.
That sophomore summer 10. They don't tell you. They only tell you about the freshman 15.
And I don't know about you.
They don't tell you about the starving sophomore
Starving
into the summer 10.
I don't know. I feel like I'm walking all the time. Like, I'm going 12 different places all the time. There's no time. I'm like, I have to fit eating in my schedule. I'm like, oh, wait, time for lunch.
There's so much to do on campus. Listen, honestly, I know you're a senior now, so it's way more responsibility. But being a junior sucks. I hate being a junior.
Never fun.
Ever since I came to school, it feels like there's just been an air of depression around me. Like, once you become a junior, everybody just becomes sad.
You're
Like,
depressed? You're
everyone's
not
kinda
depressed.
I'm not depressed.
You're not depressed. So.
But I'm just, everybody around me is kind of just busy now. People are getting tired early.
Yeah.
Like, since when was my friends tired at 2 p.m.? We supposed to be ready to Friday through Sunday. I need my strongest soldiers. I need you ready.
See, that gets me because when you go out a lot more than me. When you
When I go out,
what
I mean
time?
business.
What time are you going out though? What time is like, okay, we're gonna go out this time on a Friday night. When is it?
Friday night, I would say we got to meet up for 9. We got to be gone at 10.
gone? What time do you get there?
We gonna get there like 10:30.
Dude, I'm like watching the Jersey Shore in bed by then.
Saturday's a lot worse. Saturday we might not get to the spot till midnight.
But it closes at 2 in the morning, right? Or 3.
2 hours for the rest of your life.
I could never.
It's Sunday's break day. Sunday's pool day.
Well, yeah, that's what but see, every day's a pool day for me. I'd rather be by the pool.
That's true. Every day is a pool day.
Every day is a pool.
But Sunday is
night.
for real pool day.
Okay.
Me and my buddy Dylan, we went to the pool on Monday for Labor Day break, and it was so refreshing.
Okay.
Like we kind of just sat down and just tanned. And you see, I wouldn't have done that if I wasn't a junior. Because now that I'm older, I'm doing old people stuff. Like I'm just tanning at the pool.
I've been doing that since I was 18. We did. See, but I'm called the pool girl at my apartment because I sit out there all the time and do my work. If I don't have to be somewhere, I'm getting a tan outside of my apartment by the pool. Why wouldn't I do that? No one thinks like that. But I'm on a Wednesday, catch me by the pool. I'm typing, I'm doing work, I'm editing stories. I'm like looking like this because I'm squinting my eyes because I can't see because it's too sunny outside, but I don't care because I'm getting a tan.
Do you sun gaze?
Like look at the sun directly.
Some people say you should look into the sun.
I can't. I have blue eyes. I can't see to begin with. Like blue-eyed people, I'm reading. The sun's pretty bad. I can't even see when I'm outside. I have to squint a lot, or look. I look down. Like people are like, "Oh hey," I'm like, "I don't know who you are, but hey," because I can't see. The sun gets in my eyes a lot, but
I can't see either. That's
I'm willing to take the risk.
Nah, take the risk.
Is it appropriate? No, but I'm willing. Okay, wait 2:20. All right, we're about to wrap. We're like when I'm ready. I'm not. They say you should wear sunglasses, and the sunglasses I have just I look really bad, and I'm not risking it. And then I'm gonna get a tan line. Not worth it.
I've never had a tan line.
You can get tan though. What? I actually said to myself the other day, I was like, you know what? I'm really busy. Sometimes life gets stressful, but I'm tan, so what could go wrong?
Yeah, true.
What could go wrong? But for the last few days, that has been messing up because of the weather. So I want to ask you a question because when I try to strategically plan my outfits when it comes to the weather, and I wear rain boots. But every once in a while, I get caught in the rain when I'm wearing like Jordans. I'm wearing Forces.
Yeah, some sneakers.
So my solution is I keep 2 plastic bags in my book bag, and then I pull them out and I wrap them around my feet and I walk home. One time, an Auburn game 2 years ago, I was working it, and someone said, "I'll give you $20 if you give me the plastic bags off your shoes," because I had them wrapped around because I was working and I didn't want my shoes to get dirty. And I was like, "No, thanks." But do you do something like that, or you just strategically plan it?
I do that all the time.
Would you do the plastic bags?
I didn't know you was a sneakerhead.
Okay.
That's the sneakerhead #1 tactic. You put the plastic bags on your feet.
Yeah.
I remember it was my birthday a couple years ago and it was pouring. Just got the fresh sneaks from the mall. I'm not gonna mess them up, but I still gotta have the fit on. I gotta look clean.
Exactly.
So I put the plastic bags on my feet and I walked. I did bust my I bust my butt. So it was.
I had bought Jordan 12s years ago. Maybe I was a sophomore or junior. And then my freshman year of high school, pouring rain. I was unfamiliar with Louisiana's rain, just to be honest. I was a little naive coming down here. And everyone was making fun of me because I had plastic bags on my feet. But the 12s are velvet, at least the ones that I have. So you can't get those dirty. You're going to ruin the shoe.
They're going to mess up forever.
Going to ruin the shoe.
I messed up my suede files.
Oh my God. See, and then people will look at me like... So apparently Saquon Barkley just had a ridiculous...
Producer Adam just wanted to ruin my entire night and tell me that Saquon Barkley's thriving with the Eagles. Thank you, Saquon.
Hey, that's the Giants' fault. The Giants.
Thanks for doing what you did with the Giants for the Eagles, for the enemy. I don't even know why we traded him in the first place. I don't know why we didn't offer him. I don't know why we... And you see, I started doing the Trump cadence. When I get very angry, I just start hitting the Trump cadence. Thank you, Saquon. You messed up my night.
Well, but I think that Saquon made the best decision for.
I love Saquon Barkley. He's a great man. I love Saquon.
He made the best decision for himself, though, didn't he? He could be in the tri-state area. His family doesn't have to move, and then now he gets to play for the Philadelphia Eagles. He went to Penn State. Isn't that the best decision? Would you not make that decision?
I'm happy for him. Wherever he goes,
Happy for him.
I'll forever be happy for
I'm
Saquon.
happy for him. I traded him thinking that Justin Fields for some reason was going to be great.
I traded Isaiah. I didn't trade Isaiah Likely. I dropped him off my fantasy team because I thought he
Yikes.
wasn't going to do anything.
Yikes, it's true. And then nine receptions. But my fantasy, his rookie year, I picked him up, and I have this thing for picking up rookies because I'm in a keeper league in one of my leagues. So you have to be very strategic, very careful. Picked up Christian McCaffrey, 6th round overall when he was a rookie. Everyone said you're dumb and you're crazy. I want to chip with him 3 years later. So jokes on y'all. But anyway, then yeah, him, Saquon.
Loaded.
Picked up Saquon. Picked up other quarterbacks that I've had to trade away for certain reasons, but Justin Fields was one of them. But I've also, again, like, I liked Isaiah Likely because when he was a rookie, he helped me out a lot. I think he was a part of that Super Bowl winning team, my Super Bowl winning team, my championship winning team.
Have you ever thought about being a GM?
No, I never want to be a GM.
Why not?
I don't want to get fired.
Get fired.
I want to be the GM of my own team.
Okay.
I don't want to hear everyone's
If
outside.
Tiger TV can raise enough money, we can get one of them fan-controlled football leagues, and then
Yeah.
you can be the GM.
Okay, I'll do
I
that.
can be the coach.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I would be the best coach ever.
You think Terrell Owens will come and play for us?
T.O.?
Yeah.
We get T.O. I see Eddie Kennison on campus. We get Kennison up on there.
Marcus Spears, maybe?
I could play quarterback too. I could do quarterback / head
You could
coach.
be like Wilt Chamberlain. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's perfect.
Lead my team.
That sounds good.
I could be like LeBron James. Lead my team.
Yikes.
No, we're not gonna do this right now. No, we can't.
Tyler, no, I do. I'm agreeing with you with the whole leading the team thing, but it is Ty Lue. Well, what was he getting paid for? I don't know. Well, let's continue on the topic of money in terms of Money Game, and that's coming out on September 10th. It'll be Amazon Prime featuring Livy Dunn, Jaden Daniels, Flau'jae. So I want to ask you, if you were Jaden Daniels, you had Jaden Daniels type money, what would you do with your money?
First thing I would do if I had that Jaden Daniels type of money, I would probably I would go to Tigerland.
Oh my gosh.
I would go to the house and I would maybe take like $1,000. Let's just put $1,000 to the house. I'm not gonna say what, but we're just gonna put $1,000 down for that night or for the multiple nights. But then I would buy a house. Does he have enough money for a house? What? No, not like that. Obviously, he has enough money for a house. But did his NIL package give him that money?
Millions, millionaire. You see the clothes he was wearing?
I would buy a house instantly.
Yeah, I would buy 2 houses.
And then I would buy a clone of myself. If you got that type of money, if I give a piece of my hair to a scientist, they can make a clone of me, and hypothetically, that clone can now go to class for me.
You want to be Kanye?
I'm optimizing time here. I'm doing what people are trying so hard to do. I got one dude for me going to class being an academic weapon, but he's still me. So I'm still an academic weapon.
And you could
but
play
I
chess.
can do other things.
Like play chess.
I could do that. I could play chess. I could chill out. I could work out. I could sit by the pool. You see it?
Got me there. You got me there. Like Back to the Future. Have you ever seen that movie?
Right there? Killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
You've seen Back to the Future? I've watched the second one. I didn't really remember how the second one went, and I just watched it because it was on Netflix. And that was a little bit of the plot of the movie about how like 2 of them got stuck in 1985. It was kind of confusing, but it made a good point. That kind of reminded me of that. That yeah, I guess that could happen, but don't you think you'd get bored after a little while?
Get bored of what?
I don't know, just like sitting around all day.
I'm a simple guy, Trish.
I don't need much.
Listen, I ate the same 5 things for like 20 years.
That's true. I understand. Because if I had Livy Dunn money, I guess she gets paid more maybe than all of them, at least in terms of
a lot of money.
So if I had Livy Dunn money, I would buy a family compound, and then I would buy 2 or 3 other houses in terms of real estate. Because real estate never goes away. People have to think like this. And then I would create a basketball team, and they'd be the Supersonics again when I put them in Seattle because they need to come back.
Right. I forgot, but what I would also do with my money, I would go back home to Brooklyn.
Okay.
And I would turn Brooklyn up. I would open my own LSU store down there.
Okay.
So all the LSU fans of New York can come together. It'll be like a restaurant / like watching station, so you can watch the games. You can watch and we'll have like LSU legends coming all the time because I got the money to tell her, hey, I booked your flight. You
LSU.
got to come.
Are you scared of running out of money like To
Oh no. Oh, and what else we would do?
in bed?
We would bring back
Oh.
the Oklahoma drill, but for fans. So, like, if you come to the restaurant and you get some food, but oh man, I got too much food, I can't pay all my food off. Put the helmet on, lay down, and we gonna do we gonna do them drills.
I feel like this restaurant would get shut down.
Nah, you gotta be FDA approved, right?
FDA approved for food.
Our food would be amazing.
Food has to be FDA approved. I think the health department has to come in and approve. But I'm talking about the cruelty aspect. The health department has to come in and check your restaurant to make sure it's clean.
Well, look, restaurant's gonna be clean, squeaky clean.
But you're doing Oklahoma drills in the back.
The only thing we gotta do
By
is
the
we gotta get
dumpster.
down and dirty. If you don't get the food, if you don't get the money, gotta get down and dirty. You gotta put that helmet on.
Inside or outside, though?
Oh, inside.
Inside.
Look, in Thailand, they have a restaurant where you can box for free food. I'm not doing anything different.
That's what you're doing? And all right. I feel like that'd be on Twitter in a second, though. And people would be like, eh. All right. We talked about that a little bit with Aaron Jones. Okay. Aaron Jones, Devin Singletary. We're going to talk about that right now.
Oh,
the Packers just
Jalen
scored.
Reed touchdown.
That was my rookie. Talk about another rookie that I drafted. Anyway, he's not a rookie this year, but
GM that doesn't want to be a GM.
yeah, I do deep dives on rookies. Let's just say that. But let's move on to No Sweat Bets presented by Southern Air. It's back for another season. David, I'm going to start at least with LSU versus Nicholls. I feel like this is a little bit of a given because I heard we're gonna have punishments or something. Like whoever loses is gonna have to do something. Like when you lose in fantasy,
okay.
So I have to play it safe on this one. LSU's gonna win. Really hope so. LSU is gonna win. They're gonna win big. I'm not saying a score because then that's gonna count against me. I'm not having that count against me. It's the first time LSU has ever played Nicholls. So really excited about that. I love first because I love witnessing history. LSU's going to take this away. Garrett has a good game. Yeah, that's all I'm going in. Garrett has a good game. That's what I'm going to say.
Trish, I like that. I also agree with you, but that will not be my bet this week.
Okay.
I heard I like that you're playing it safe, but I just never played it safe. I've never called a safety. I've never played it safe. I got the New York Giants versus Minnesota Vikings game
That's
one.
not crazy.
And you know who I got. I got my boys in blue.
Giants.
I got the New York Giants to come out to win, to set the tone. We got Malik Neighbors all the way from Louisiana State, and you think we going to disappoint? You guys been sleeping on Danny Dimes. Y'all are acting like Daniel Jones is washed. He's a bum.
I don't think he's washed. I just don't think he was ever good.
Just wait. He got a new babe with him, a new girlfriend.
That is so not true. That is not true. Him and Kay Adams.
A girlfriend in her life.
True.
Why do you think he was playing
They're
bad?
not dating.
He was stressed
They're
out.
not dating.
He didn't know what he was doing. Look, when you don't got a girl in your life to hold it down for you,
He
start
still
tripping
doesn't
out
have
a
a
little.
girl in his life.
Daniel Dimes, love of his life. Do you see his face now? It's more full.
They're
He's
not
more happy
dating.
when he come to practice. When he throw the ball, it got an extra 5 yards of love. He's not just playing for himself no more. He's playing for the love of the game and for the love of his girlfriend.
He doesn't have a girlfriend.
We got dudes out there with the Giants. They got something to prove. It means more than just the game. This is more than just you. Them 60 minutes is dedicated to your family, Daniel Jones.
Family?
Kay Adams is watching you. Do you want your girlfriend to make fun of you on air?
They're not dating. They're not dating.
The New York Giants buy 100. I don't know what safety is. My name is Danger. My middle name was gonna be Danger. It's gonna be David Danger Barthélemy. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, well, our producer Adam was in a little bit of a predicament earlier this week when he was choosing his fantasy lineup, and he was deciding between Devin Singletary with the Giants or Aaron Jones with the Vikings. They're playing against each other. Who would you pick? Don't be biased.
Completely 100% unbiased here. Factual opinion. Aaron Jones versus Devin Singletary. I mean, it's fucking up.
I would say Aaron Jones. I'm going to say Aaron Jones is going to win over Devin Singletary. Strictly because of the Vikings and Sam Darnold. With Sam Darnold being out there, with Sam Darnold being out there, I would say that Aaron Jones has full responsibility. He has the backfield in his favor. That hurts me as someone who has Justin Jefferson on their team in both of their leagues. That's who it was because I picked up all LSU players. Justin was one of them. But I think
Singletary. None of that. Devin Singletary.
just do like no that if you did not sign, if you're the New York Giants and you did not sign Daniel Jones, what makes you think they're going to go out there and run the ball with Devin Singletary and put all trust in him when you didn't even give Saquon Barkley an offer?
Listen, I got word of advice for producer Adam. Go with Devin
And
Singletary.
he already put
Do
it in
not
too.
take Aaron Jones.
He already put
There's
it
no need to take Aaron Jones. Devin Singletary is about to be our next Saquon Barkley. When y'all look, when y'all see him back, then he's cut to cut.
We're delusional, David.
I may be delusional, but guess what? You need delusion to be great.
That no,
Brian Kelly said it
no
himself.
whatever. We were talking about this with Jalen Hurts and all the amazing quotes that he throws out there, and that was kind of one of your
Jalen Hurts is great quotes of nothing.
yes.
That's
Yogi
different. That's
Bears,
not
like Yogi
delusion.
Bears.
That's just
But his makes sense.
bizarro mode.
Some
He
of his
always
make
has a
sense.
quote for something.
Like when he said, I was talking about this with you earlier about how he said, I have to be a coffee bean. Sometimes you just have to be a coffee bean. And he was saying that they just never fold and that they just make coffee. They do exactly what they have to do. They do their job. And I think that was his analogy that he was getting at. But see, it doesn't make sense at first. But then when you think about it, it makes sense.
I'm still thinking about it.
All right, well, still think about it. I'm going to do my last bet while you think about it. We'll come back to it. We have Pittsburgh and Washington. Not only are they playing tonight, they'll also play again at 5:40 on Saturday. Paul Skeens won't be pitching, but it will be that Paul Skeens will be together. Dylan Cruz will be together for the first time since they've been at LSU. Now that Dylan Cruz has moved up and is officially a Washington National. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Both teams have been struggling this season. Skeens has been the highlight for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Dylan Cruz can hopefully be the star for the Nationals within the next few years, possibly. But I think Pitt's going to take this one away. I think they have a good team going for them. O'Neal Cruz can help carry this team a little bit, even if Skeens isn't there. And the next few years, this team will be very good. Maybe the Nationals will be very good too. I think they're a few years out. But with that being said, the Pirates are going to take this one away at 5:40 on Saturday.
I like that bet.
I like it. Have you thought about the coffee bean?
Have I thought about the coffee? Yeah. You know what? I think Jalen Hurts should hit me up. I can get him 100 quotes a day. And he can go to these press conferences and just go quote for quote with everybody.
Okay, but we'll go back to what Brian Kelly said and how he was very passionate, slamming the table. Would you want somebody like that, or would you want somebody who's very calm, cool, and composed like Jalen Hurts? And all of a sudden it gets these Eagles fans saying, wait, what did he just say? Hold on, I have to think this through because I'm not quite sure what he meant. And then I feel that that takes away some of the anger when they lose.
Yeah, I'm good with a Brian Kelly guy. I'm good with a Jalen Hurts guy too. I think both of them can exist. I think Garrett Nussmeier can be the Jalen Hurts quotes guy, and I think Brian Kelly can keep being fierce. Like, we need anger.
But I feel like they're both playing the long game. Like I feel like Brian Kelly is out there getting angry so that fans say, okay, I'll get angry. Where Jalen Hurts takes the approach of, okay, I'm going to say something weird so it makes you overthink, and then you're not as angry at me for losing. Do you see the psychology aspect of this?
You got a great way at thinking of things. Like, I think
And overthink a
you
lot.
look at things the good way. You think of them how we should all think of them.
Glass half full, you know?
What did Jalen Hurts say the other day? We're always thinking about the things we don't know. Jalen Hurts.
But isn't that true? Think about it. We're always thinking about the ocean. I think about the ocean all the time. Every time we go in the ocean, we don't know anything about the ocean. And I think about this random animal just coming up and like be like, "Hey, I'm here." I think about that all the time.
We know a lot about the ocean this week. It's been flooding in Louisiana nonstop. We've been flooding for 2 days.
We have been.
It sucked going to class yesterday, but today it was unbearable.
It was bad today too. It was bad today too. That I think that it was bad. But tomorrow, Sunday, talk about a Sunday, it's supposed to get better. And what might make your day even better is if you win one large cheese fry from Walk-Ons. David, you have the pleasure of picking somebody out. We're going to do this.
There's a lot of pressure.
Look, I'm eyeing the guy in the Jordan Love jersey. There's a few Packers fans here, which I'm a little surprised about, but I'm eyeing him in that Love jersey. I think he deserves a free cheese fry. Do you see him?
I don't.
Or do you think somebody else is worthy? There's some LSU students here that are available.
If anyone can hear us, raise your hand if you want the cheese fries.
If you're listening and you want a cheese fry, raise your
Who's
hand.
paying attention? Yeah, it's a pop quiz. Who wants some cheese fries?
They're just hearing it right now. Oh, we have some people raising their hand for a free cheese fry. Front and center. They
You got some cheese fries right here, front and center.
them after the show because they deserve a free.
And we got one cheesy fry, one cheese fry, one cheese fry, one cheese fry. We got two cheese fries, three cheese fries, two cheese fries, one cheese fry right here. We got one cheese fry, 1, 2, 3. So
I think we got somebody else.
to the man right here.
Going, guys. He's got one free cheese fry. Thanks for listening. That's awesome. They're listening. Jordan Love didn't listen. He was over there in the jersey. He missed out on the cheese fry, but that was pretty cool. He listened. Well, that's all we have for the Purple Room podcast presented by Walk-Ons.
Who wants the Coca-Cola? One Coca-Cola, one Coca-Cola, one Coca-Cola, one LSU helmet. We got one LSU helmet.
From 1983. But not only will we be back in the Purple Room next week, we'll also be back here at Walk-Ons when LSU takes on UCLA in about 2 weeks. So be sure to stay tuned for that. If you want to come to Walk-Ons, we'd love to have you join us. Possibility for some cheese fries once again. But if you haven't gotten the chance yet, be sure to check us out on Spotify too. If you like to listen to us while you're driving home, in the car, or maybe if Daniel Jones breaks your heart and you're a Giants fan like David, you might need a little pick-me-up. The Purple Room podcast could do that.
I got something to say real quick.
Real quick. Final thoughts.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, as you put your heads on that pillow, you go to sleep an American. You go to sleep a citizen of the United States. But I want you to know tomorrow, September 7th, when you wake up, you are not only a United States citizen, but you wake up a fighting tiger. And if I could yell, I would yell right now. So remember when you wake up tomorrow to say, thank you, God. Thank you, LSU.
There were so many different directions in which I thought that was going, but I'll take it the way that it went. Thank you, David, for that very encouraging speech for everyone. This has been the Purple Room Podcast. I'm Patricia Caputo. He's David Bartholomew, live at Walk-Ons. See you next week.